Hello and welcome to Pod 3 Curriculum Night 2020. I am so excited to get to spend this evening with you, going over our classroom and taking a virtual tour. Even if we can't be in person, we can still be in community. We're going to start this evening with our library, cozy box, and meeting area. Welcome to our library, cozy box, and meeting area. In this area, we keep a multitude of books that are relevant to the children's interests, as well as favorites that the children have expressed interest in reading time and time again. Right now, we're reading this book called Germs, as it pertains to the children's interests in our bodies and taking care of ourselves. Children have an opportunity to look at these books throughout the day. We also spend time in this area for our morning meeting. Typically, we will read a book which helps promote literacy and language development with the children, as well as print concepts. We do a small physical development activity, discuss our meetings, and do another small activity together to build teamwork. Children also have an opportunity to visit our cozy box whenever they're feeling any big feelings. The cozy box provides an amazing opportunity for children to take the space they need if they're feeling overwhelmed or just need a moment to themselves for a quiet time. The quiet cozy box is a comforting and safe space for the children in our classroom. Our class charter also hangs in our meeting area and library area. Children absolutely adore reading our charter and looking at the pictures of themselves printed around the edges. They love pointing out their friends and all the kind acts that are portrayed on our charter that represent how we want to feel in our classroom and what we do when we're not feeling great. During our morning meetings, we come together as a community to go over any topics of interest, check the weather, and count attendance. We sprinkle science, math, social and emotional development, and physical development all in one. This leads into our math and science area. Math and science are important STEM skills in early childhood development, and in this area we use various different items such as rocks and magnifying glasses. We encourage children to explore the natural world and natural materials as much as possible, and a lot of the materials we use in our classroom, children find themselves. These rocks and pebbles were all discovered by the children on our outdoor playground. Children absolutely love using materials they find themselves and adding to our class museum. We also do experiments in this area, like our germ experiment showing that germs are afraid of soap. Among our natural materials, you'll also find different activities that have to do with the children's emergent interests. In this math activity, children roll dice and count out pom-poms representing germs to place on hands. In this next area, we will talk about art and open process. In our art area, children will explore their creative expression. Children work on their fine motor skills using things like markers or paintbrushes. Children also explore different types of materials on our easel and different ways to paint, create, draw, and express the world around them in their own words. We foster creativity through open process. Children are given opportunities throughout the day and week to create art that means something to them without outside influence or teacher-led activities. We do not create things and then show children. We allow children to express themselves and experience the world around them through their own creativity. These are bats that the children drew on. As you can see, they drew faces, wings, and ears, like a bat would be. But here are some other bats that children drew independently of having bat cutouts. They look completely different and represent the child's interest and creativity on their own. Another activity we did was with people cookie cutters. It is interesting to see this because each and every piece is completely different and unique. None is like the other, as children each experimented with their own ideas, creative outlets and purposes, and the materials in their own special and unique ways. Throughout working with open process, we also ask children multiple open-ended questions like, tell me about your drawing, or can you tell me more about why you chose this material? It helps promote the creativity but also language development as children put into their own words what their art is. Now we will move on to one of our most loved areas of the classroom, blocks and building. In our block area, you might see wooden blocks, multicultural block people or figurines, cars and street signs, and natural items to explore building with. Children are provided with a creative outlet for building and constructing in the classroom, which supports gross motor skills, spatial skills, and helps children balance through space by carrying large blocks. Blocks offer a natural and meaningful way for children to explore and understand space and balance within the room. Children work together, delegating tasks and sharing ideas. It helps children with communicating, taking turns, and sharing, as well as cooperative building with one another. Children become problem solvers and work through challenges to create their visions of their buildings and areas. Now we will discover and investigate our dramatic play area. Our dramatic play space is a space decorated to align with our classroom's interests. Right now, our interests are about germs, bodies, and keeping ourselves healthy. Items you might find in our area include a stethoscope and other doctor-type toys. We also have our baby doll, and as you can see, she or he is wearing a mask right now. Right here, and just like me. It's important that children understand why we wear masks, and through our dramatic play and our play with doctors, children can experience and role play different scenarios about being healthy and staying healthy. In dramatic play, children use their imagination to pretend to be someone else or something else. They can play out roles with costumes, dolls, or other items, and gives children an opportunity to work together with problem solving and communication skills. Now we move on to our writing center and our literacy center. Welcome to our writing area. In this area, children explore the use of different writing tools, hone their fine motor skills, and experiment with letter development and recognition. Behind me, you'll see our daily sign-in clipboards. Every day, children are encouraged to take their clipboard and sign their name on it. This allows our teachers to observe how children's writing is developing and allows children a chance to work on their letter recognition and their names. Children are always proud to write their names in our Writing and Literacy Center. You will also find other activities that help children master their grasp on pencils, markers, and crayons, and that promote language by having children tell us about what they're doing. For instance, right here we have a bunch of felt letters. Our children love exploring these letters, and we also use our felt board throughout the day for children to attach the letters to. Children experiment by putting different letters together and sounding them out to create words. And now we will move on to our mood meter. Our mood meter is an incredibly important part of our classroom. As you can see, everybody in our room has their own magnet with their name, including me. Children are encouraged to put their picture on the color that best represents their feeling at the time, and teachers guide children to give them the language to discuss their emotions. This helps build emotional vocabulary. Here we have our yellow sheet of happy emotions. As our time together draws to a close, I'd love to take an opportunity to read you a book that I read the children almost every day called Joy. Please join me in our cozy box for a simple but loving story about feeling joyful. Find joy in each day. Find joy in being silly. Find joy in stories. Find joy in snuggles. Find joy in caring. Find joy in teamwork. Find joy in mealtime. I like the pigs the best. Find joy in bath time. There's the pigs again. Find joy in quiet time. And find joy in bedtime. The end. Thank you so much for joining me in this curriculum night. It has been a pleasure to get to know you all a little better and share our room with you throughout this evening. Take care and we'll see you soon. Good night.